What's happening, YouTube? It's K Mega 405 live from 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. So, man, there was a lot of things going down the pike this past weekend, and anybody that was excited about Titanfall 2 had a chance to play the open beta this past weekend, and it did not deliver on what a lot of people was expecting. A lot of people came out frustrated, thinking that it was more like DLC for Black Ops 3 and thinking it was actually a successor to the first Titanfall. And it was very disappointing Friday night. I mean, for a lot of people. I personally thought it was fun to play, but I did see the glaring differences of the speed, how there were campers, how, there was, the snipers were ruling the boards. You didn't get your Titans out there. There were no bots. When you played pilot versus pilot, there was only, there wasn't 10v10, 12v12, even 8v8. It was just bare bones. It felt like ghosts out there in them open fields. Not a lot of places to parkour. There was a lot of issues. Plus, the worst was the network of how to get linked in. And if you was in a party of friends and you all wanted to play, it was like pulling teeth. So, the problems were glaring, and and the positives were really good, but because the game did not feel like the original Titanfall, it had a lot of people confused. Plus, I read a report that they were going to take away modes like attrition, which is my favorite mode, is not going to be in this. Now, I read it was coming from Forbes magazine, but I'm kind of just shaking my head like, this can't be real. They can't do this, right? And if they did, why would they do it? It seemed like they want to try to cater to one certain demographic, which only people I could think of was to the PlayStation 4 crowd. And I think that would be really stupid if EA and Respawn to do that, because Titanfall is very original. And if you want them to feel more want the game to feel more familiar, then the only thing these people will do will play on COD, because COD is popular on the PlayStation 4. And you're already dooming yourself. So I don't know who's making these decisions, if it's EA or Respawn, but whoever is, it's just like I said in the podcast Saturday night, they would need to be crucified if this game does not have significant changes by launch. And if the attrition is not in here, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's not a day one purchase. It's going to wait for a sale, and that's crazy to say because I really enjoy Titanfall, but all the seem like it's taking a step backwards. But I'll definitely be looking forward to it, playing it again this coming up weekend. So then we'll see if they made any enhancements and changes. Now, on to PlayStation. It has been a hell of an August for Sony PlayStation fans and for the PlayStation itself. It started off like it was going to be a bang. Yeah, No Man's Sky, it sold really well. Then the next week comes, and then it seems like all the problems have occurred. And the month of August is still not done yet. That's what's really crazy. Like, No Man's Sky is dropped 81%. Like, it's like a fish out of water. It is dead. It's done. It's all the mixed reviews. It was glorified as being, a new take on gaming, and all it was a overpriced indie, baby, pretty much. And, and there's people out there that do enjoy it, but it's a niche game, and they tried to present it as this was a game that everybody could appreciate and like. And it's fallen on its face now. The PC version is absolute trash. People asked for their money back on Steam, got it, and then when people asked for their money back with PlayStation, customer service told them no, which is a problem. That is horrible. If people are not satisfied with the product, they should get their money back. Another issue that's come, and it was kind of odd to me that this was an issue, but PSN has raised up $10, and there was a lot of fanboys that was pissed off. They wanted to know where this money was going. If it's going to the PSN network to enhance it, or to the free games that you get better games, then they're not so upset. But if these things don't happen, then they really were tripping about it. Now, hopefully, you can go to CD Keys and places like that, and you can get discounts like you do for Xbox Live. But just to come out of nowhere to do it, it's kind of bizarre. Plus the fact that there was exclusives. Now, this is for the exclusive people out there that feel that if games go to PC, then you've lost the exclusivity of the game. And PS Now has a lot of games with it, and they're all going to go on the PC and be available. And we're talking about Uncharted, God of War, just the popular games, and they're all going to be available on PC. Now, like I said, you can take it with a grain of salt. I think it's good business practice by Sony to try to make some money. Others think that it's a bad sign for things to come. Plus, Nier, a game that's been touted as being an exclusive, has now been said that it's going to go to the PC, and that there's a possibility that it will go to the Xbox One. And there's a rumor that's still going around about King of the Fighters that it still might come to the Xbox One. That is crazy. Now, don't know, you haven't seen anything about that, but it was the same way with Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, there was months before you actually seen that it was coming to the Xbox One. So that's all crazy. Then on top of that, MPDs came in, if you're an MPD fan, and Xbox One the month of July, and it is no question that they're going to win the month of August as well. So that's very odd. But I think the most crazy thing is the uproar about the PlayStation Slim. Now it's even got to the point to where YouTubers that are showing and talking about it are getting their channels flagged. Like they're getting shut down. Like Sony is completely taking it over, and it's really bizarre. I don't understand why. Sony's been using the media and all of this for publicity all this time, but for just to start telling people that they don't want to talk about it and all that, that's just bananas. But it's not getting a lot of press. They're thinking that it's really ugly. Now, I've told you before that I'm not an interior decorator. I care about the performance of what's in the console instead of what's on the outside of it. I mean, the 360 Generation 1 had a nice looking look to it, but you had the red ring of death. So I care for the system to work and how it performs and what's all inside the guts of it. But when it comes to the guts of the PlayStation 4 Slim, it doesn't have too much to offer. No 4K, it's just bare bones, and that's not a good look. And especially if they're going to sell it for $250. There's some that's speculating that for the holidays they're going to drop it down to $199, which I would think would be absolutely stupid, because if they drop that to $199 and then they're going to try to throw the Neo out here a couple of months later with the PlayStation VR, they're going to kill the Neo before it even gets started. My best bet is them to take the Neo, hold it until the first quarter of next year, and present the Slim. Instead of bringing all this hardware out, they need to be focusing more on games. But hey, we've had this discussion a million times. So I don't know. Just like to hear your thoughts on it. This is really bizarre. I mean, PlayStation 4 has not had this type of month, and the month is not even over yet. So, like to hear your thoughts on it. See if you liked Titanfall 2, or if you liked the new design of the PlayStation Slim. Everyone have a good one. We're out. Peace.